Hey everyone, in this video we are gonna build a flower garden. So check this out. We're gonna have some rocks, some kinetic sand, flowers. This looks pretty good. So let's open this and let's see what kind of things we have inside. Okay, here are all of the pieces that we have inside, and I'll be honest, it's a lot. I wasn't expecting this. So we do have two types of kinetic sand. Here is the first type, and look, it looks like sand at the beach. And you know what? It does feel like it. It's a little bit rough. Oh, but it does feel like sand. It's really nice to the touch. And then we have this green one. Whoa, this one is so much more softer. You know what? It feels like I'm touching, I don't know, the clouds. It's so soft. So this one is soft, and this one is a little bit more rough, just like the sand on the beach. That's interesting. We also have a small little shovel to go along with the kinetic sand, and a small little rake. Ooh, take a look at this. Look at all these pebbles that we have. This is so nice. And then lastly, we have these flowers right here. So we have different types of colors. Oh, these green pieces represent leaves. And then we're going to put the flowers on these. So I think that first we should put the flowers together and then decorate our garden with everything else. The kinetic sand, the pebbles, and I got few extra surprises that I am going to include in this. And I will show you that at the end. So let's get to work. Okay, so what I first did is separate everything based on colors. So we have green, yellow, pink, blue, and then of course we have our green leaves. So here are our flowers. Again, we have 4 different colors: green, yellow, pink, and blue. So let me show you a few combinations that we can do with these. Here we have leaves. So we can place one inside of the other. So we can place 2 or 3. However, we would like to decorate this. And let's see. Oh, maybe let's choose the blue flower. So we can have a very simple flower like this, blue, or you know what? We can add this small one inside. So now we have something like this. Or we could have now different combinations. For example, we can place this on top. And we're gonna have a flower like this, or a flower like this. You know what? In fact, who says we cannot mix the colors together? So we can have a blue flower and add a yellow one right here. And now it's going to look like this. So we can combine all the different flowers and the colors, and then ultimately the different shapes, and create our flowers. Here's our tray, and we have a place where we're going to place our flowers. So we're just going to connect the 2 pieces together and place it from one side, and we have the same thing from the other. There. So let's just place it right here in the middle. Okay, now let me show you what kind of flowers I created. So here's my first flower, this small one. So let's start building our garden. So I'm gonna place this one right here. Here's my second flower. I really like this one. I mixed all the colors. I have green, blue, pink, and yellow. So I'm gonna place it right here. Then I have this small little one. It's kind of cute. So I'm gonna place it right here in the back. And then I have this big one right here. So I'm gonna place it here next to these. And then finally, I made one that looks like this. And I'm gonna place it right here in the front. Okay, so now we have one side completed. Now we gotta do the other side as well. And I made the flowers already. I like this one. So let's place it here in the front. Here's the next one. So I'm gonna place it right there in the back. Then I have like this small one. Again, I'm gonna place it right here in the back. One looks like this. And then last one is this little flower. And here are all of our flowers. So we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 on each side. So we have our flowers ready. Now let's place our kinetic sand and some pebbles. So I'm gonna use the green kinetic sand to place it right here in front of our flowers. Just like this. Okay, so at the end, it looks like this. You see, we have our flowers, and then we have the green kinetic sand right here in the front. But this looks like moss, like you will find in forests, for example. So you know what I will do? I will take my hand rake and gently scrape it. Because when we're gonna do that, look, it creates like this really nice texture, which I'm gonna show you in just a second. Oh, you see? It creates like this really nice texture where it really looks like moss that you will find in forest. All you have to do is just take your rake and scrape it gently. And you will see something like this. Okay, so now once we have that, let's take our pebbles and decorate it a little bit in front of our flowers. Now let's take the other kinetic sand that we have that looks like actual sand, and let's place it right here behind the flowers. And here's our garden. It's complete. So we have our flowers right here in the middle. We have some pebbles below them and green kinetic sand, which looks like moss. And then the other kinetic sand we placed right here in the back. So I think this garden came out perfect. It looks really nice. But remember in the beginning of the video, I mentioned to you I have a surprise. I'm gonna add something a little bit more. Well, I will. Because look, I have some trees, which we can place right here in the back of our flowers. In fact, I have 4 of them. So here's my third one. Uh-oh, I forgot to put one together. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna take these pieces and just stack them on top of one another. 2, 3, and then 4. And for our leaves, we have this. So we're just gonna place it here. And this one, there. And we have 2 more trees. And here's our flower garden. It looks pretty good, right? Wow, it's beautiful. But we are not done just yet because I have these to place in our garden. Some friends. We have a blue dragonfly. We have a red dragonfly. A bee. A butterfly. Ooh, a frog and a worm. So a worm, maybe let's place it right here. Right there below the flowers. And then the frog, maybe let's place right here on this side. There. And now, ooh, a butterfly. Somewhere in our flowers. Let's see, where is a good place for our butterfly? Oh, maybe right here. On top. Oh, red butterfly on a yellow flower. And then a bee, I already have a place right here. Perfect. And now our 2 dragonflies, I could place on our trees right here in the back. We can place one right here, and then maybe the other one, let's place right there. Beautiful. Now we have a complete garden. Looks really good. So I hope you enjoyed this short video, but I wanted to show you kind of what we can do with a little bit of kinetic sand, some pebbles. If you don't have them, remember, you can always collect them from the outside, from your garden or maybe the playground, and then we can create this small little garden for ourselves inside of our homes. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with more toys. So don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.